Hello, and this is just a hopefully a quick-ish video. This is not a review for this set, but it is the Monkey Kid, Lego Monkey Kid 80013, the Secret HQ set. Now, if you've bought this, you may have built it, but this video is mainly intended for people that haven't bought this yet and that haven't actually put the set together. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to call the video at this point, but you will notice that the title is, I don't know, building error or something like that, or building instruction error, or I don't know what the title is, but so that's the reason you've clicked on this video. So the reason that I'm just doing this little video is to show you kind of a fix. Well, I say a fix for the issue. Okay, so I'll explain to you what it is. It has to do with this section of and it's only a small thing. It's nothing major. It's not a major problem. It's just a little thing that I think they probably should have put in the instructions, and they didn't. But anyway. So it has to do with this section of the set. So I'm going to remove this section. It's easy enough to remove, but you don't have to remove it in order to fix it. So, don't do this step by step. Watch the video and then see. So I'm just so we can get a bit of a better look at this section here. I'm going to take it off for the purposes of the video, but you don't need to do that. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've removed the piece in question, and as I say, you don't need to remove it. If you've already built the model, you don't need to remove it at all. It's not required. It's just so that I can literally show you the issue. So I'll explain to you what's happened. So as you're building, I'll try and bring this down. This has this has 5 total large instruction booklets. Number 3, which is the one relevant for this, is a little bit thicker than some of the other ones. Some of them are thinner, but anyway. So as you're building this, you will get to, I think it's bag 11. Yes, bag 11. So you will get to building bag number 11, and you will be on, say, I think it's page 155. Okay, so we'll just go over to what's that bit? No, so it's a little bit after 155. So you build all the now. This is it. So you get to bag number 11, and you go through the process of building this section here, which all that is, as I showed at the beginning, it is just this door part for the set. So you follow the instructions along, and then you get to step 318. It tells you to place this black piece on. You follow the instructions up to this point, and then you go to 319, and it tells you to apply this sticker to this grey piece, which is fine. You do this, etc. But if you look, and you'll notice from the building that you've done so far, you will have just applied this black piece. Now, take note of that Technic hole just where I'm pointing, just below that black piece, because that's important. And then the next step is to place one of those kind of sloped dark green pieces there. Now, I don't know if it's a mistake or whether they intended to do it like that. I don't know, but I'm just going to take it apart really quickly, just to show you the way they intend you to build it. So, okay. So they intend you to build this set like that. Okay. With putting the black piece on and then attaching this green piece. And this is literally all it is. It's just this green piece. Now, I thought that's a little bit strange because, if you're moving the set around and you're twisting it around from the back, you're going to be knocking that green piece, and you don't want that little green piece to come off easily, if you're picking the model up or something, or transporting it. You don't want this little green piece to come off because they don't include an extra and you don't want to lose it. So it's not in the instructions, and you could, it's not being faithful to the instructions if you like, but they do include a bunch of spare pieces with this set. These are all from this set. They're in a little grip seal bag. They include quite a few. So if you take one of these, which they do include as a spare piece, in fact, they not only include one, there's another one there, and there may even be, a third one, you see? So in the bag, that may vary from set to set because they're undocumented spare pieces, so technically none of these pieces are included in the set. But you can see that I'd be surprised if you don't at least get one of these spare with your kit when you buy it. So my recommendation, the only thing I would recommend, is this Technic hole. You take one of these pieces, pop that in there like that, and then that allows for those 2 connection points. And then it doesn't interfere with attaching it at all because you attach it to the main model itself via these 2 Technic holes here, not those. So the fact that goes there makes no difference. And then you can attach this piece much more securely on there. And as you can see, it doesn't wobble about as much. It's much more secure. So I know it's only a little thing, and I know some of you may think I've made a huge fuss out of such a small detail. But to my mind, I personally believe it's a mistake. That they probably intended to put that in the instructions and haven't, because it seems strange that wasn't done. What I've done here, and as I say, you do get at least. Well, I certainly got 3 of those from the looks of just looking through this bag of pieces here, including the one I've attached to this. You do get. Well, I got 3 spare of those pieces. You can see 2 of them there, just where my thumbs are. So that's all it is. It's just a little thing, but I thought it was worth mentioning. It's been a long video just to explain a little thing, but it's just to be mindful of that. And I would, if you do get that as a spare piece, like I say, I'd be really surprised if you don't. But if you do happen to get an extra one, I would strongly recommend just doing the step that I showed you just there, and it just makes that piece more secure. It's not going to come off as easily, and it, as I say, it doesn't affect attaching it to the model. So yeah, that's really all it is. So, but let me know what you think. Do you think that was a mistake on Lego's part, or do you think they intended to do it that way? I'm unsure. One thing I will just finish with as well is that the how the instruction booklet, or at least one of the instruction booklets in this case, has all the pieces included, listed in the back, and how many of each piece you are supposed to get. I've not actually counted, so I don't actually know. But if as you're building and you'd be willing to do that, I'd be interested to know you know, how many you're supposed to get, you know, that go into the model, and how many, whether that corresponds to how many you use as you're going through the steps, if you know what I mean. Because to my mind, that seems a little bit of a mistake that they'd left out of the instructions. I don't know, they may have intended to do it like that, but if they did intend to do it the way they've shown, then I feel the way I've done is superior, but that's just my opinion. So just a little thing there. Sorry it's taken rather a long time to explain that, you know, but as I say, I thought it was worth mentioning. And if you get this set and build it up, I highly recommend doing that with that section, as it's not in the instructions, but it's something that's worthwhile doing. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative and useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.